Hello and thanks for tuning in to FunkShop TV. This is FunkShop TV's first ever day after Christmas music event. I am joined here with a few special people. Thanks for tuning in to FunkShop TV. Yes. We know the audio is working.
Right on.
In studio with me, I have Tip Hammond. It's weird to call you Tip Hammond.
It's okay.
For entertainment purposes, that is my father. The reason I am alive, playing piano, and Sean, of course. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
This is our second podcast today.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you guys busy.
Yeah.
Right on.
So, before we went live, you guys were talking about some music stuff, and I figured since this is a musical event, that conversation was more relevant for this show. What were you guys... Okay, you're talking about majors and minors, so like the difference between a professional fat guy and an amateur eater.
Yeah.
Whatever he said. You already said this is the first ever, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was just saying this first tune that I'm going to try is in the key of B, and it's a crazy key for keyboard players because they have to use a lot of black notes. But we were talking about minor keys.
Yeah, I brought it up. I'm like, I enjoy playing a lot of black keys because it's minor stuff.
But there are some keys that when you're doing a minor, like if you're going like, that's all white keys.
True.
So it just depends on what key you're in.
Yeah.
See,
I'm definitely not a keyboard piano player or anything like that. I feel like I just hunt and peck around for stuff that sounds cool. I mean, obviously, I look up keys.
I do that too.
Try to figure out if I find a key or whatever that I like, then I'll look up what's in the chord progression, that kind of thing, just because I don't have it all memorized. But
yeah, I actually do a lot of hunting and pecking myself for stuff that sounds cool because a lot of stuff just doesn't sound cool to me.
Yeah,
but
so I was educated is my point.
Well, and it's like repeating that stuff, remembering and repeating. So I'm glad I discovered this music writing program where I could cut and paste and stuff like that too.
Oh, yeah.
It's that's always handy because before I used to write everything out longhand, and if I wanted to change a whole work, I'd have to rewrite the whole thing.
Yeah, he actually has sheet music.
And this is something that I wrote. Yeah, I mean, this is an old tune written by Friedrich Handel, but I actually wrote these out the way I wanted to hear it. Part of my problem is I can't always execute things the way I want to hear them sometimes. But so I'm going to play a little music.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
That can't be right. I told you this key of B thing.
I thought Joy to the World was written by Three Dog Night. I'm kidding.
What'd you say? I'm still wondering what you said.
Said I thought Joy to the World was by Three Dog Night.
This part might be. Let's see if I can do this.
The melody is actually Antioch by George Friedrich Handel.
Antioch? Is that from his Hallelujah thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
The words of the hymn are by English writer Isaac Watts, based on Psalm 98.
Yeah, I think I sort of knew that.
And Genesis 3, 17, 18.
Okay, so Handel kept things pretty straight.
Yeah, Dan, that's my dad.
Using these kind of chords, these straight chords. So I just threw in something here, but it's been a couple of days since I looked at it. Oh.
Hey, thanks for the cheers. Dan's cheering on for the piano player.
What's that?
Got cheers.
Dan's giving us some cheers for the
Dan.
for the piano player.
told you I can't see this. It's too far away.
We have to build a stand.
On the old guy goggles.
Oh, that's better. No, I don't have any excuses. Check this out. I don't think Handel would have approved of that.
I don't know.
But I like it.
I don't know. I can't say he wouldn't have. The origin, though, the words of the hymn are by English writer Isaac Watts, based on Psalm 98, 96, 11, 12, and Genesis 3, 17, 18. The song was first published in 1719 in Watts' collection, the Psalm of David, imitated in the language of the New Testament and applied to the Christian state and worship. The paraphrase is Watts' Christological interpretation. Consequently, he does not emphasize with equal weight the various themes of Psalm 98.
What?
In stanzas 1 and 2, he writes of heaven and earth rejoicing at the coming of a king, an interlude that depends more on Watts' interpretation than the psalm text. Stanza 3 speaks of Christ's blessings extending victoriously over the realm of sin, and the cheerful repetition of the non-psalm phrase, far as the curse is found, has caused this stanza to be omitted from some hymnals. The line makes joyful sense when understood from the New Testament eyes through which Watts interprets the psalm. Stanza 4 celebrates Christ's rule over the nations. The nations are called to celebrate because God's faithfulness to the house of Israel has brought salvation to the world.
I feel salvation. What's that feeling?
Did you know in the Latter-day Saint hymnal that the refrain in the first verse is, "And saints and angels sing"?
In the LDS?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dan, we went live at 10 a.m. with our daily show with Sean and I, and then my dad, said I'm going to be over there about 1:30 so we can set up the piano and play some Christmas music. Even though we're late, we were planning on doing it yesterday. We just ate too much food and I fell asleep.
Did you say we ate too much food last night? That's why we didn't do it yesterday?
Yeah.
Really? Did I write that down somewhere?
No, I ate too much food and
No,
I
that
fell
was
asleep.
absolutely the truth.
Yeah, I know.
I was too stuffed with food, and I didn't eat that much, but I must have ate that much.
I fell asleep sitting on my couch with my family all in my house. And I'm drinking coffee. Because I fell asleep and then I woke up at 12:30 in the morning.
I know, it throws you all off.
My last few weeks has been all off.
I
In
hear
fact,
that.
my last 44 years have been all off. I don't think there's a whole lot of on about me.
Don't blame me.
It's his fault.
Don't blame me.
Yeah, food coma was it.
Okay, I'm going to change up the page.
Dan, I hope your Christmas was well.
Is
Hope the family is doing well.
he typing?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to change the pace up a little bit because I got something to say. So before I say it, I want to do our theme. I say our theme. I'm sorry, guys, but
No, it is our theme.
I did come up with a song.
You'll recognize this, Dan.
I just wanna say. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I want to say right now.
He's got
Got to
something
get
say.
this close to this thing to see it. Disclaimer, what I say may not reflect the opinion of the other fine folks here involved with FunkShop or FunkShop TV. In a few months, I turned 70. During these 7 decades, for much of which I've been married to Fran, my wonderful wife, I've managed to get 2 associate degrees and almost a bachelor's. One of my lifelong passions has been music. This is the way I see it, and you can choose to believe it or not. The Christmas story, I think, starts when God made a lot of stuff in the beginning. Yes, even baseball is mentioned in the Bible. In the beginning. You get it? Beginning. Oh. Well, you guys are stuck with one corny dude, aren't you?
I'm still trying to figure out where baseball was in the Bible.
In the big inning.
Oh.
Okay.
Now do you see where I get
God
it from?
made Adam and Eve and put them in paradise. Now, scientists, psychologists, biologists, brain surgeons, and the like tell us that part of our brain is very primitive, but another part of our brain is very advanced, so we can do math and make tools and fire and build cathedrals and submarines and write literature and symphonies and record history and land on the moon and much, much more. So in our brains, God gave us free will. Free will is a key thing to understanding the ability to make choices such as love. I think God also gave angels free will. See, this is all going to fit into the story here. Along with Adam and Eve in paradise, God put a lot of the stuff he had made and told Adam and Eve that stuff was there for their benefit. But he also put this one plant there which had fruit growing on it. God told Adam and Eve not to eat. So along comes Lucifer, an angel. And remember, angels have free will too, I think. This is just my opinions, okay?
Dan, not to interrupt,
That's okay.
Dan said that man does not look almost 70.
Oh, it's in part my Okinawan descent.
I think it has a lot to do with it. Nobody ever believes that
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s, mid-40s.
Yeah, it's so the Okinawans they have major celebrations for birthdays when people turn 97. It's a regular thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody is expected to get there. But okay, so where was I? But he also, talking about God, but he also put this one plant there which had fruit growing on it. God told Adam and Eve not to eat. So along comes Lucifer, an angel who thought he was better than God. Imagine the pot thinking it's better than the potter who made it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Lucifer wanting to deceive Eve. Eve probably saw this thing. You know, she and Adam are surrounded by all this green stuff and this dirt, and they're getting everything they need. But this thing comes walking up that's really colorful. I mean, some people collect snakes, right? Did you collect a lot of people?
I caught them.
Did you? I mean, you find some of them are really attractive, right? They have all these different colors on them and stuff.
I caught a water snake and
Did you?
as a kid.
What kind of coloring did it have? Was it interesting?
It was bright. I don't remember what color. It was super deadly and dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think
grab
Eve
this
thought
thing.
about that. She just
I
saw
just
it
grabbed it.
and it looked cool, and she goes, "Oh, this looks cool." You know, Lucifer was a shift changer, I guess. Isn't that what they're called
So
in
you're saying
Star
I caught
Trek?
Lucifer when I was a kid?
No,
Okay. Just checking.
no. Remember,
I mean,
my
if the
opinions
shoe
don't
fits.
my opinions don't reflect the opinions of other people here. This is just the story the way I see it. So, old Lucifer, wanting to deceive Eve convinced her that she'd be as smart as God if she ate that forbidden fruit. So in an exercise of her free will, she chose to do what God, who loved her, said not to do, and she ate the fruit. For the details of the story, refer to Genesis in the Holy Bible. Well, because of this incident, God said to Satan that there would be an enmity between Satan and humanity, who shall bruise you on the head, and you shall bruise him on the heel. You can read this in Genesis 3:15. And it may be the first prophecy of Jesus Christ coming, and a lot of Bible scholars feel that it is the first prophecy of Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Adam and Eve discovered they were naked and tried to cover up their shame with leaves or something. God knew this and made the appropriate covering for them. See, we can't cover our own nakedness, our sin. God has to do that for us. So he came to earth incarnate, Jesus, our Savior, Emmanuel, who suffered to pay the price for our sins. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, it says in Romans 3:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus as our Lord. Romans 6:23. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. John 3:16. So this is a simple message of the gospel, the good news that even a child of, say, 10, who is starting to gain deeper understanding of right and wrong, can understand. It had to be put in the Bible in a way that children could understand. But us adults have really made things complicated. Oh, that's my next line. Us adults sometimes have a way of complicating things, don't we? So looking several years after Adam and Eve, there was the great flood, the Tower of Babel, and later a descendant of Noah named Abraham. Abraham believed in God, and God promised him that he and his wife, who were old, would have a child whose descendants would become a great nation that would bring a blessing to the whole world. And now we have Christmas, and tons of people celebrate it, and kids think it's the happiest day of the year. And all that other stuff. So that's a blessing. Well, as it turned out, David, one of Abraham's descendants, who through faith in God had slain Goliath, the giant, with a slingshot, became one of Abraham's descended nation's most important kings. So a few centuries after King David's reign, the Virgin Mary gave birth to Jesus, and now we celebrate his birthday annually at Christmas time. We also celebrate his resurrection from death at Easter time. And that's all I'm going to talk about the story right now, but you get the picture. We have Christmas, and Sean. So a lot of people say Jesus is the reason for the season, and you don't have to believe it if you don't want to, and if you believe it, that's cool too. I do. Anyhow, what's next? So I'm going to try to do some old traditional songs that are that nobody will sue me for, hopefully. But you never know, huh?
You never know.
So this next one, called "It Came Upon Midnight Clear," is actually from a guy who wrote it in 1850.
1849.
1849. How'd you know that?
I'm looking up the...
How could I be off by a... Who knows? Maybe I was off by a month.
It came upon a midnight clear, 1849, sometimes rendered as "It came upon a midnight clear." So originally it was "It came upon the midnight clear."
Oh.
As a poem and Christmas carol written by Edmund Sears, pastor of the Unitarian Church in Wayland, Massachusetts. Sears' lyrics are most commonly set to Noel, adapted by Arthur Sullivan from an English melody in Commonwealth countries, or to carol composed by Richard Storrs Willis in the United States. Dan, I love you, man. Merry Christmas. Mom says, "Hi, favorite guys." Mom's watching. Better be good. It's like Santa. Well done. That was pretty.
I enjoyed it.
So we all know a little bit about that. Did you find something about Silent Night? I think it's an old German.
It'll only take me 2 seconds, I'm sure. The
Okay.
powers of Google.
Let me go ahead and...
Sometimes Google lies to you.
Well, the thing about Wikipedia is everything is put in by
people.
So
That's why I like to
there
go
could
into
be
Bert
discrepancies,
Kreischer's Wikipedia and changing it with alternative facts.
you go to Bert Kreischer's Wikipedia and enter alternative facts.
Yeah, like he's the fattest man in the world
Oh,
and the most. Never mind.
so this article is specifically about the Christmas Carol, Silent Night, which in German is Stille Nacht. Stille Nacht.
Well, maybe you should.
Nacht. Yeah, whatever. It's a popular Christmas carol composed in 1818 by Franz Xaver Gruber to lyrics by Joseph Moore in the small town of Oberndorf by Salzburg. Hey, Sean's cheering. From Austria. So Joseph Moore came from a town in Austria. It was declared an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO in 2011. Is that the law that says that it's kind of free for anybody to be able to recreate? Intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO in 2011. The song has been recorded by a large number of singers from every music genre. The version sung by Bing Crosby is the third best-selling single of all time. Did you know that?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know that.
Single until just not that long ago.
So, the intangible cultural heritage is a practice, representation, expression, knowledge, or skill, as well as the instruments, objects, artifacts, and cultural spaces that are considered by UNESCO to be part of a place's cultural heritage. What does that mean?
People just added a bunch of words together.
Intangible cultural heritage is considered by member states of UNESCO in relation to the tangible world heritage, focusing on intangible aspects of culture. In 2001, UNESCO made a survey among states and NGOs to try to agree on a definition, and the Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage was drafted in 2003 for its protection and promotion. Which I do not understand whatsoever. So this song was first performed on Christmas Eve in 1818 at St. Nicholas Parish Church in Oberndorf,
No, I was there. I was videotaping.
a village in the Austrian Empire on the Salzach River in present-day Austria. A young priest, Father Joseph Moore, had come to Oberndorf the year before. He had written the lyrics of the song Stille Nacht in 1816 at Mariafar, the hometown of his father in Salzburg, Lungau region, where Joseph had worked as a coadjutor. Melody was composed by Franz Xaver Gruber, schoolmaster and organist in a nearby village of Arnsdorf. Before Christmas Eve, Moore brought the words to Gruber, asked him to compose a melody and guitar accompaniment for the Christmas Eve Mass after river flooding had damaged the church organ.
Good stuff. It feels very silent.
I guess I shouldn't do this right now. Already committed.
And actually, I have one complaint about Silent Night. I don't think that night was so silent, because there was a ton of angels that came down and kind of freaked out the shepherds, but then the shepherds caught on what was going on, and the angels showed them where to find the baby Jesus. And those angels were making a lot of noise. At least that's what our hymns and the Word tells us. So I don't know why the fellow wrote Silent Night, but it's a nice song.
It reminds me, like the angels in Supernatural. You've seen that show? Has anybody seen that show? Am I the only one? It has like 11 or 12 seasons. Yeah, it's a really good show. It was like...
oh, wait, yeah. Was that on... What was that on? Are you allowed to say?
I mean,
Yes, you can say.
CW or something?
I think so. Maybe. It may have switched networks at one point. I can't remember. It's been around a long time. It's on Netflix and stuff. But, yeah, the angels in that are often not silent whatsoever. They're like basically warriors that are...
Oh.
They're quite interesting. Like,
Well, it says in the Bible the angels were messengers of God, so when they brought a message, they wanted to make sure somebody heard it.
they touched a lot of that in the show, actually. It's a good show.
Did you hear the statistic on the Bing Crosby version of Silent Night?
No, I'm sorry.
It's the 3rd best-selling single of all time.
Oh, really? I think the first is Happy Birthday, right? I don't know. But
I don't... Who?
No.
By who?
Who knows?
See, I think the...
Marilyn Monroe.
what is the number?
You know what has replaced as the most popular Happy Birthday song?
I give up.
Stevie Wonder's.
Which Stevie Wonder is?
Happy birthday to ya.
Well, that makes sense. It deserves. That's deserving of.
Well, do you know why?
I'm all ears.
Because the Obamas used it on their birthday celebrations that were put all over TV everywhere.
Oh, they did. Cool.
Yep. This article is a compendium of the best-selling music singles. Criterion for inclusion of the list is to have sold at least 5 million copies worldwide. I'm not going to read the whole list, but number 1 is Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Oh, really? Okay.
Number 2 is Elton John's Candle in the Wind.
Really?
Well, 1997, it was released, but when Princess Diana died, that song was dedicated to her, so that probably has a lot to do with it. Originally, when it was recorded, it was Candle in the Wind / something about the way you look tonight, which I'm not familiar with.
If you give me a minute, I'd be able to think of it, but I don't think I have the. I want to take the minute.
Number 3 is Bing Crosby's Silent Night. Number 4 is Bill Haley and his Comets, Rock Around the Clock. Number 5 is Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. Number 6, Elvis Presley, It's Now or Never. Number 7, USA for Africa, We Are the World. 8, The Ink Spots, If I Didn't Care.
It's now or never.
Okay, yeah, that one. Thank you. I could have done without that.
Yeah, well, hey, I kept it short.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There are some Elvis songs that I like. That's not one of them.
I'm still trying to bring up in my mind The Way You Look Tonight. Oh, let's see. What's
I don't think that's it. That one's by somebody else. You know what? Let's.
Just the way you look tonight.
Did he write that?
I don't know all the words.
I'm gonna. Mute that.
I haven't done that in years.
Hang on a second.
That's the way you look
I'm gonna
tonight.
play a little bit of an audio clip.
Okay, it'll probably be like a ballad thing, you know. Well, I have a tendency.
To tell him how you light up every second of
Who is
the
it?
day.
I recognize
This is
it.
the Elton John.
Elton
Something
John.
about you. Way.
Oh.
So it was the B-side of
Candle
the
in the-
Candle in the Wind,
okay.
1997.
Oh, that's why.
So he
it's-
re-recorded it in 1997.
Oh.
So it's the B-side.
I like the old Great American Songbook song, The Way You Look Tonight, better.
I do. I love that song. I love it. I play that at weddings constantly.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember who's actually multiple different versions. There's so many people have covered it.
It's a Great American Songbook
That's from the
song.
Great American Songbook.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I had no idea.
It is a standard. Yeah. Yeah, that's the deal about Great American Songbook songs. They've been covered by so many different artists because they are these great standards, like the ones that you guys sang the other day.
Yeah.
Baby, it's cold outside.
We
cold.
we redid that song.
You know, we
For
were
your
talking about doing a
enjoyment?
video. We were talking about doing a video, so I would put on like a wig and lipstick and a dress, and like we'd have a fireplace in the background, and then Sean would have to drop a roofie in my hot
You did
cocoa.
that at our church, you and Sloan, when you guys were in high school for some summer.
He did. He's the one that put on the dress, though. I
Was he
didn't.
the one that was doing
It was-
the drag thing?
Go fetch me some water. The hole in the bucket song
Okay.
that never ends.
And I don't know what like the elders in our church were thinking about that, because it's pretty clear in the Old Testament that men aren't supposed to wear women's clothing.
I bet every one of those elders watched Hee Haw.
Do they do it?
People did it on Hee Haw a lot.
I wasn't a big fan of Hee Haw.
Back to this list. After the Elvis Presley "It's Now or Never" is "USA for Africa, We Are the World,"
That's a great song.
which a lot of people use a clip from that, trying to. There's this viral thing going around saying that Stevie Wonder's not really blind, and it's irritating me. But there is a spot in that where somebody's walking by and knocks over the microphone stand, and he reaches out and catches it.
Yeah, because he could hear it.
Well, you shouldn't be able to if you have a room full of people singing.
Probably could feel. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
So
It just irritates me
I
that
went
people.
to see Ray Charles. He was actually, it was too bad this was the venue, but he was actually at our county fair once with his whole band, and it was great. But Ray would stand up from the piano and walk all the way out to the foot of the stage and then walk back, and he never walked off the stage.
Yeah.
He just knew. He would count his steps, but he could remember all that, I guess. But he basically.
But also, like if you've been blind most of your life or all of your life, you have like
Oh, it wasn't from
acoustic
USA.
awareness around you too.
Very much.
You could hear, like even sighted people could hear. Like if you go sing in front of a wall, you could hear the reverberation coming off of that thing. Like you could hear spatial awareness.
I absolutely agree. It bothers me that people say that, but
I mean,
gaze at the monitor for a moment.
I would probably walk off the stage, but
So you're going to show.
LAX, digging in the crates, got Otis Williams, original member from Temptations. I asked him about this conspiracy theory.
Otis, did you ever meet Stevie Wonder?
Man, please. We grew up together.
Now they've always had hoax saying that Stevie's not actually blind.
There is a conspiracy.
There's conspiracy theory hoaxes, everybody's saying that Stevie can actually see. He said,
He's blind. You've experienced a situation like,
and he said Stevie will come to the studio and do this thing.
Stevie would have a knack of going through the studio, and he would grab the girl's breast. And they said, Stevie. He said, oh, I'm sorry, you know I can't see.
Squeezy Wonder.
I have a hard time believing that.
Well, he's definitely blind.
I don't doubt that.
And he's definitely amazing. He's totally amazing. One of my favorite writers of all time.
Okay, here's
Performing artists of all
they
time.
just try to bring like Stevie Wonder into the Me Too movement right there. Is that what I just saw?
Well, that comment.
I felt like
that
kind
comment
of-
could have led it.
here you go.
Oh,
So you see Paul McCartney knocks over the
he felt
stand.
it.
There it is in slow motion.
Yeah, he's got his arm out.
How did he feel it? So what I think is it's got the little three-way at the bottom, and his foot's probably on it.
That could be.
Here, Sean. We'll...
Yeah, that'd be a good explanation. His foot's on it, or
Paul McCartney's head also hits it, and you hear it.
Yeah.
But you see the mic stand going down. Stevie reaches out his left hand and he catches it before it hits the ground.
Who's that on Stevie's right? I recognize that face.
It's like he just kind of reaches.
Oh, is that
out
Herbie
something.
Hancock there? On Stevie's right?
Possibly.
Did he say anything?
I don't remember.
No, he didn't really say anything.
And it looks like the way he caught it was just like into his arm. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like he just grabbed the poles. But you know what I mean? Like
That's
his
what it looks like
arm
to me,
and-
too.
I agree.
He kind of felt it coming on.
I absolutely
like-
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the guy is, he's real.
So yeah, Stevie is still blind.
Not fair for him to say any otherwise.
Yeah, anybody else that's saying otherwise, shut up. Stop it. Stop it.
Go find something else to do. No, wait. Keep watching.
Now, wait a minute. We can put these rumors to
Yo, it's
rest
Rico
right
Bandana.
now.
I'm here with the fam on TikTok.
Hang on.
Boom.
Hang on. Let me mute the ad. Let's put these. We can get it. We're gonna hear it straight from Stevie himself.
Let's go. Welcome back, Stevie.
Tell those people I said, whenever I'm gonna do something, I'll let them know.
Ooh, I love that. I like that a lot.
And tell them also, whoever's spreading a rumor around, at any time, when it's not true, instead of you all paying them or whoever, give me the money so I can give it to my foundation.
What's the rumor, Stevie?
You know the rumor, you heard it.
It's not true?
I'll always tell you the date and time.
Hey, what's your thoughts on Bill O'Reilly?
Say it again?
What's your thoughts on Bill O'Reilly?
None.
Where you at? Where you at?
None.
Stevie!
Is that LAX?
Did you know Tina Marie?
Of course.
She was a legend, man. We miss her, man.
We do. Yes, we do.
Okay, Stevie, I'll leave you alone now. I love you, man.
Me too.
And stay safe, and we know the rumors are not true.
You got it right there from Stevie himself. Stop. There we go.
No, for some reason I thought he was passed away.
Stevie?
I guess not.
Oh no.
I don't know. Why.
You know,
I thought he wasn't around anymore.
do you remember when Michael Jackson passed? How big of a world thing it was? And when Prince passed, how big of a world thing it was?
I don't think people cared nearly as much about Prince. At least I didn't.
I-
The sense of it anyway. I mean, there was people talking about it, but I don't think it was like Michael Jackson.
Prince didn't touch multiple demographics, age, the age ranges. There's little kids that can name dozens of Michael Jackson songs, but not dozens of Prince songs. So Prince's impact, his loss was just as big. It was just felt in a much different way, I think. I think when Stevie passes and people realize the songs that he is responsible for, it's going to be a much, much bigger impact. In my opinion. I might be biased.
Does he still release albums? Has he released one every time?
I don't know if he's done anything recently. I'll look it up in a moment.
I know his Wikipedia page. So.
See what Wikipedia has to say about "Oh Come All You Faithful." It says for the episode of Vampire Diaries, see "Oh Come All You Faithful," the Vampire Diaries. So this "O Come All You Faithful" was originally written in Latin as "Adeste Fidelis." Most people familiar with the Christmas Carol know that. It's a Christmas Carol that has been attributed to various authors, including John Francis Wade, John Reading, and King John IV of Portugal. With the earliest manuscript of the hymn bearing his name located in the library of the Ducal Palace of Villa Vicosa. A manuscript by Wade dating to 1751 is held by Stonyhurst College in Lancashire. The original 4 verses of the hymn were extended to a total of 8, and these have been translated into many languages. The English translation, O Come All Ye Faithful, by the English Catholic priest Frederick Oakley, written in 1841, is widespread in most English-speaking countries. The present harmonization is from the English hymnal.
Supposed to release albums in 2014.
He was supposed to, but didn't.
2 albums were supposed to come out. His first album was 1962. Man, that dude's had a real
Where did he find a drum set? We have a button for that. You just said G1. G1.
G1. Not to be confused with the G.
Where did the drum section come from?
It's the guy living in this thing. His name is either Yama or Hama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which.
Could be both. Yamahama.
Yamahama. Could be both.
He plays a good set of drums. They're perfectly
First
on
name
time.
Yama, last name Hama.
Sounds super big for how
Like
small
it.
that drum
I like
set
it.
is.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, Tannenbaum.
What?
Oh, Tannenbaum.
Is that a new store?
It's an old song. Also
Oh, is that?
also known as Christmas tree?
Yeah, but you know what? Oh, Come All You Faithful was also known as?
What?
Adeste Fidelis.
Of course.
You knew that.
Yeah, yeah.
Adeste Fidelis.
It's so weird that you just. It seems like they just ripped off songs, but sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not.
Well, you know, if you take something from a different country that doesn't have copyright on it, then you can come over here and translate it to English and slap a copyright on it. Call it a day.
Sounds
Even
awfully
when you
familiar.
didn't write it?
I don't know. copyright laws are different in different countries. So.
Well, and it's like all those songs that the Beatles wrote, and at one time, Michael Jackson owned them all.
His estate still does.
Huh?
His estate still does, from what I understand.
Probably.
Paul McCartney tried to buy him from him. And
Yeah, I know.
Michael
He
Jackson
wanted
turned
to
him
get him
down.
back, but I guess that didn't work out too well.
You know how he started that conversation? He said, "Oh, say, say, say." And Michael said, "The girl is mine." And they just haven't got along ever since. Anthony said, "Hey, my dog ate a rawhide bone for now." Yikes. Like swallowed, it's not, well, if they chew it and swallow it, yeah.
Why does you have to have a random rawhide dog bone just laying around?
Probably got it as a chew toy and the dog decided to swallow it instead of just chew on it. Could happen. So this song is O Tannenbaum in German, O Fir Tree in English, or O Christmas Tree. But it's another German Christmas song based on traditional folk song that became associated with the traditional Christmas tree by the early 20th century and sung as a Christmas carol.
I just was too far away from mine.
The modern lyrics were written in 1824 by the Leipzig organist, teacher, and composer Ernst Anschutz. A Tannenbaum is a fir tree. The lyrics do not actually refer to Christmas or describe a decorated Christmas tree. Instead, they refer to the first evergreen quality as a symbol of constancy and faithfulness. Anschutz based his text on 16th century Silesian folk song by Melchior Frank, Och Tannenbaum. August Zarnak in 1819 wrote a tragic love song inspired by this folk song, taking the evergreen faithful fir tree as contrasting with a faithless lover. The folk song first became associated with Christmas with Anschutz, who added 2 verses of his own to the first traditional verse. Custom of the Christmas tree developed in the course of the 19th century, and the song became to be seen as a Christmas carol. Anschutz's version still had true, also translated as faithful, as the adjective describing the fir's leaves, or needles, harking back to the contrast to the faithless maiden of the folk song. This was changed to Grün at some point in the 20th century after the song had come to be associated with Christmas. I'm out of bids, I can't keep track. I need to watch Matt's. Did you know that that song was not originally? Oh, for G1. G1. So that song was not originally a Christmas song?
No, I didn't know that.
The modern lyrics, I read this while you were playing, but the modern lyrics were written in 1824 by the Leipzig organist, teacher, and composer Ernst Anschutz. A Tannenbaum is a fir tree. The lyrics do not actually refer to Christmas or describe a decorated Christmas tree. Instead, they refer to the fir's evergreen quality as a symbol of constancy and faithfulness, because Anschutz based his text on a 16th century Silesian folk song by Melchior Frank, Och Tannenbaum. August Zarnak in 1819 wrote a tragic love song inspired by this folk song, taking the evergreen as the faithful fir tree in contrasting with a faithless lover.
Oh, wow. I won't play that next Christmas time. Although I think Vince Guaraldi played it on
Yes.
the Charlie Brown thing.
Absolutely. And it was adapted in the 19th century,
So it took a negative thing and made it positive.
which a lot of things in today's society really are.
That's
I mean,
a good move.
And other things
We allow our
there are
kids to
negative
dress
things
up.
and we aren't allowed to turn them into positive things.
That's true. But
Baby, it's cold outside.
I was thinking more.
I really can't stay. Well, like Halloween, for instance. Typically, Halloween was the devil's holiday, but now we allow our kids to dress up in costume and walk around knocking on strangers' doors begging for candy.
Sugar. Processed sugar.
Now we need a Christmas Halloween song.
No, there's Tim Burton's. Was it Nightmare Before Christmas?
I guess that's true.
It's got a whole soundtrack.
Never mind.
Oh, that
Dumb
reminded me
idea.
of something I
I
totally
thought about that way
forgot
too
about.
late. Like way behind the curve here.
But you could always come up with a Christmas / St. Patrick's Day. Let's have Christmas leprechauns.
Drinking Irish, like Christmas thing.
Irish nog.
That reminds me of what's that UFC fighter? Irish guy. Loudmouth. Just had that boxing match.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Why can't I think of it? Just fought Mayweather.
Yeah. Because he wears like crazy green suits like that look Christmas, like Irish Christmas.
Yeah.
He's the mascot for
And he-
Irish Christmas.
He was on the field for the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. He was really taking advantage of his celebrityisms.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a Christmas story.
Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Set to a beat. Actually, I learned this from Cookie Edward Burns. Anybody remember him? Cookie, lend me your cone from Route 66. Boy, am I dating myself.
Not necessarily.
That was black and white.
That's
It was,
a line
that's
from the song.
Huh?
Route 66?
No. It was. Okay, you're thinking of 77 Sunset Strip.
Right.
It was about the same time, but it wasn't Route 66. It was a couple of private eyes. I think Efren Zimmerman Jr. was the one, and Cookie was one of the side actors on it, and he was kind of a snitch type of guy that knew what was going on all the time. So to help, anyhow, he made a record.
Hey, what up,
he made a
Rage
record
Queen?
of this song. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Went all through the pad. Not a hippie. Oh, I added hippie. He used something else. Not a hippie was tripping, and that was nowhere, Dad. The stove was hung up in a stocking routine, like maybe the fat man would soon make the scene. The kids that fell by had just made the street. I was ready for Snoresville, and man was I be when the start of the rumble. It came on real frantic, so I opened the window to figure the panic, and I saw a slick rod that was making fat tracks. Souped up by 8 ponies all wearing hat racks, and a funny old geezer was flipping his lid. Well, he told him to make it, and man, like they did. Out of the chute, making time like a bat. Turning the corner in 8 seconds flat, and parked on the roof. And bunches and clusters. Chubby slid down, coming on like gangbusters. His threads were from Cubesville. And I had to chuckle for in front, not in back, was his Ivy League buckle. You see a lot of the pants in those days. They had these little Ivy League buckles on the back. Did you ever see those things? They were kind of. It was just a fashion.
And what days?
50s.
Yeah, you remember that, Sean.
Beatniks.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You kids would put me on. out of the chute, making time like a bat. Turning the corner in just 8 seconds flat. Then I parked on the roof in bunches and clusters, and Chubby slid down, coming on like gangbusters. His red threads were from Cubesville, and I had a chuckle. For in front, not in back, was his Ivy League buckle with a mop on his chin by a button-down collar. And with that red nose, Dad, he looked like a holler. Well, he was a square as the most absolute. But who cares? Who cares when he left all that loot? He laid that jazz on, and the deals for the kiddies, and have a cool Useville, man. And later, Cookie, lend me your comb. Dig? Yeah, that was way before you guys.
You know, that's an actual song. You weren't making up the lyrics?
No, that was written by Edward Burns. He played Cookie.
How do you remember all of the lyrics like that?
Well, that was one of my favorite records.
No, it had to have been. Because I have heard this man play so much music through my very long 44 years I've been alive. Huh?
No, it's good.
And I've heard him play a lot of music and sing a lot of music, but now I try to, like, I'll play some of it and he'll be like, yeah, I vaguely remember that. I'm like, I remember when I was a kid, you knew every word. You knew so much pop music in the 80s because of the bands that he was playing with.
Yeah.
But now you don't remember that stuff, but you remember something that was from the 1950s.
Use it or lose it? Is that how it works?
Kinda.
So did you find Edward Burns on that thing?
I didn't even look it up.
Oh, that was a big deal. It was really popular then. It was 77 Sunset Strip. That was the name of the program. It was about a detective. And actually, that office was on either Hollywood Boulevard or Wilshire. It became kind of an iconic landmark thing. And it was a popular,
Yeah, in your chat box, there's the little diamond thing next to the smiley face. So we'll go to this picture really quick. Those guys?
I don't know. I don't recognize the guy in the Sherlock Holmes outfit.
Roger Smith.
There you go. Yeah.
Roger Smith, Edward Burns, and Ephraim
Zimbalist Jr. Whose father ran I think his father actually had a music conservatory on the East Coast.
If you click on the diamond, Mom, let me pull it up so I can look at it while I'm doing it. You click on the diamond, and then the purple, click on the purple diamond. That is the 1 bit. So you can click on the purple diamond 1 time. Actually, 2 times. Yeah. Click on it 2 times, it turns it into a gray one. Like that. Or you can do exclamation point cheer space 1. Or just type cheer 1. Maybe you don't have to type an exclamation point.
I think.
Yes, just type cheer and the number of bits you want.
I think that.
Whoa! I didn't even realize our camera angle. Sorry about that. I was going through and trying to figure out how to type in the cheer. There you go, Ma. You got it. Oh, not yet. That was me. I'm tired.
I think that that was one of Aaron Spelling's first successful TV productions. Since then he's produced a whole lot of stuff.
Rage Queen, thanks for the big cheers. Whole lots of them.
Wow.
I was trying to explain to my mama. how cheers work.
245 bits. Thank you.
So, what
Shout
are
out
the
to
current
Rage
events
Queen
today?
_96.
Huh?
What's that?
What are the current events today?
Well, there was a time traveler.
A time travel.
Yeah. Went to Vegas in 2120?
2121.
I think it was just 2120.
Nah, whatever. I think it was 2121, but
Don't just skew the facts here.
no, 2021. The facts. Yeah, it was goofy. The GoFundMe for the Trump wall, the Great Wall of Trumpian. They may have to be issuing everybody a refund that's donated.
Well, who's the administrator of that? He's the one that's got all the money.
He doesn't. GoFundMe has all the money right now.
Oh, right.
See, it was Rage Queen that was a time traveler. Rage Queen
Yeah.
went to 2120 to Vegas, like the picture.
And they
Made
said,
some
"Oh my
money,
god, that's
came
stupid
back
stuff."
and donated what Rage Queen made. And the exchange rate must be terrible.
Who's Rage?
I don't know, person in the chat.
She comes in and watches our podcast on a regular basis. She's a regular viewer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You don't know anything else about.
Not personal information. Nope. I don't stalk our viewers. I just appreciate them. Oh yeah, she's from Germany. So probably like the rest of the Germans, they're probably laughing at America over and over and over again right now.
I'm
Mom,
still trying to cheer. She's like, I don't have any bits.
you can't cheer if you don't have any bits left, Mom. Oh, good, Anthony. I noticed I went through and I noticed he doesn't follow FunkShop TV anymore, so he must be disgruntled. But that's cool. I'm glad you talked to him, worked things out with him.
What's the market doing today?
Let's see what it's at. It was a little bit better than yesterday.
I kind of want to get into Bitcoin.
I want to see what you want to get into Bitcoin. There's so many
What?
different
But I don't want
cryptocurrencies out there.
Yeah, but I wanted to get through Bitcoin through what we're using now, but it's not legal in Washington State on our platform. Like the platform we use, some states you can use that platform to buy and sell Bitcoins on Robinhood, but the Robinhood doesn't have. There's like the law I think is they have to be able to cover 3 times the shares or something like that value in like a bank. Like they have to have a certain amount of money in the bank to cover what they allow to come through their platform for that value. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I think it's like 3 times or something that Washington State's made. So Washington State has like a certain requirement for them to do it, and they probably don't have the funds, I would assume, to handle that kind of.
Wall Street notched 26 minutes ago by the Associated Press. Wall Street notches best day in 10 years in holiday rebound. Well, of course, it's going to be great in a holiday rebound
so
because
low.
the day before was garbage. Garbage.
It's funny how you can just twist numbers around to tell a narrative.
Who came up with that news story?
This is Wall Street. Hey, it's Associated Press. Alex Vega, business writer.
I guess my
Here's
my mic is super quiet, so I don't know where I'm on.
I think you're on 3.
Hello.
No, that's loud.
Hello. Am I still quiet, Anthony? You keep saying I'm super quiet.
Well, probably because we both have microphones directly in our faces. That does make a huge difference with these mics. Hey, welcome back, Rage Queen. So I'm gonna chrome in real quick. Here's the shot of Wall Street. Can you see?
Well, Anthony.
High-fiving.
Yeah, with giant smiles. You guys are so corny.
Trump probably offered him a bunch of money to do that.
Anthony said no, but the music is super overpowering. It's supposed to be. We are in music category today. So for this episode, the music is supposed to be very loud and overpowering.
Let him make one more comment about that and find out.
Maybe we'll turn up the music on you, Anthony.
Anthony said Paul is much louder, so is Paul's dad. And yes, I just explained why. We have microphones in front of our faces. Sean
So I
does
guess
not.
you need to get the microphone closer to your face. I don't know. Good save, dude.
Is that better, Anthony?
You're not going to get any louder than that.
I could get louder.
Sometimes I put the mic in the stand and hold it like this.
This is a handheld mic, so I'm just gonna hold it
It is
like a gangster.
Well, then wouldn't you have to hold it like this?
You have to cup it.
You have to
cup it
hold
and
it
go
like
get-
that. Yeah.
Like
Now you're a gangster rapper.
like I'm gonna cap somebody with my microphone.
And then with your other hand, you got to hold the sideways pistol. There you go. Now you look like a gangster rapper.
So this morning on
Rage
Mother,
Queen said louder.
still want Sean.
They're like a loud in Germany. Huh?
Sean still needs to be louder.
No, I don't think so. I think Anthony just does not use his phone, and Rage Queen was like, that was probably super loud.
Is the piano too loud?
I don't think the piano's too loud.
So
You said you sound like white 50 Cent.
So does Anthony.
50 Cent has that Eddie Murphy laugh.
I don't get it. I'm too old to get that. 50 Cent.
50 Cent's laugh?
Yeah.
Huh?
But I was going to say, this morning,
I think these are good, though. I think these are good, by the way. These arms.
on that,
They're not bad, yeah.
on that,
I mean, they're
See
not
how long the
expensive,
springs last.
but they'll work if people are careful with them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
on that morning guy that's on now with his wife. They recently got married.
Joe? Morning, Joe?
I
Joe
wasn't
Mika?
sure if I could say that or not.
You can say Joe and Mika. It's okay.
Okay.
We just can't play any of their clips because YouTube will take it down.
That's good.
No, it's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Isn't it ironic that people that are always preaching for freedom of press doesn't allow
It is
people
ironic.
to
Ironic.
freely press?
So this morning they had Bernanke and Paulson.
She just keeps sneaking in.
And who's that other guy? They had the three guys that work with President Bush to put together the TARP.
Okay.
And they've come out with a book and a movie that's going to be on HBO called Vice. But what they're doing is basically saying that they really helped our country out when they put that program together. They're trying to change history. This was 10 years ago. You know?
Okay.
Because they did not help our country out. The taxpayers gave them multi-billions of dollars at the request of Trump. I shouldn't be talking and playing at the same time. But so we had a bipartisan Congress.
Anthony said Ben Bernanke.
Yep. Bernanke and Paulson, whatever his name was, he was originally with who's that? One of those big. Anyhow, these guys were, basically representing the banks that were too big to fail. And them along with Bush and even Pelosi was involved with that. And I think, some Republicans and some Democrat lawmakers, they got behind closed doors and made this deal that they would get a bunch of money, and they took that money and they were supposed to inject that money into the economy to get our economy going again. This was 10 years ago, in 2008 when our economy was just in the dumpster. Well, they ended up giving most of that money away to their CEOs and administrators, and all those cats that did all the stuff to bring down our country and to do all these bad events in our banks and stuff got big bonuses.
Bonuses and bailouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony said Federal Reserve BS. They asked for everything, but we got nothing.
Yeah. Well, somebody did, though. It was
I totally missed
the
it.
CEOs and the administrators of the big banks that caused all this problem in the first place.
Sorry, I'm catching up in chat. Back to when Sean was getting loud on the microphone.
I was
And
never
Anthony
getting loud.
said the piano was overpowering. Mom said the piano is not in capital letters too loud.
Thank you, honey.
And Rage Queen said, "What? Louder, please. I can't understand you."
I think that was sarcastic to Anthony's not knowing how to use a phone.
Yes. Anthony said, in response to your comment, "Yep, horrendous. We the normies. We the normies, led by the puppet masters and their strings."
I don't know if this will violate copyright laws or not.
No.
You just automatically said no.
No, you're good.
I mean,
Play whatever you want.
because you don't recognize it. Yeah, play whatever you want. I mean, we are recording. What's Twitch gonna do? Mute it? Content-wise, it's much better than a lot of other musical things that people are doing on Twitch right now.
Plus, we're commentating over it right now.
Yep.
So, therefore, fair use.
Isn't it really just fair use if we're talking about the art?
But we are talking about the art.
He just pressed key number 22.
And 23. This is artful. I don't think that's a word, but
I don't even know. Okay, that was from. You know, I play this once in a while.
oh, I recognize this. Charlie Brown.
I just dabbed on it.
I thought I better not do too much of it.
You can do as much as you want.
I'm kind of a little bit uncomfortable here. I'm a little out of my comfort zone, so.
Yeah, I do play that once in a while. I have a mix that I throw in every. Not all the time, but every once in a while, just to see if anybody's paying attention. There's a few things like that
I know. I know. One of my favorite things that you've employed is the bare necessities.
Oh yeah.
And I think, don't you usually precede it with the Louis Prima thing about how does that go? It's part of the medley of the bare necessities. It was Louis Prima.
I haven't used that in a long time. Actually, when my hard drive crashed, I lost the file.
Well, that's a great recording.
Yes.
I think Chris Walken did it justice too, but is that his name?
Yes, Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
From the new movie.
But
did you see the new one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think I watched it with my grandkids once. But
I loved it. I was a little disappointed. Thanks for the cheer, Deuce Ray, 1979.
1979.
He's keeping me on my toes. Every time I hear the ding, I have to look at the screen to see who did it.
Is it just one person that can do that, or anybody? Or?
Anybody can do it. But anytime that dings, it means somebody's cheering us on, which means somebody's putting a penny in our tip jar.
Oh, nice.
Well, or whatever.
Well, yeah, it could be, multiple pennies in the tip jar once. But I always try to acknowledge that.
Like a direct donation is a minimum of $1, right? I think it's a minimum of $1.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
minimum cheer is 1 cent.
So people are being entertained?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We've got a whole bunch of different donations, not just mine.
Yeah.
How many people are on right now? Or watching?
According to my phone, 7 are watching.
According to this, we have 7 as well. But if I pull up our list, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Thanks for the cheer, Sean. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So the viewer count is not always accurate, and it's a lot of these people that are viewing have us muted, so they don't even realize that they're not doing us any good.
Yeah, if it's muted, it doesn't count.
If it's muted, it's not counting as a view.
Oh.
So a lot of people just they'll pull up our channel and let it run while they're doing dishes or going to do something else. They mute it.
I think I do that once in a while too.
You mute us?
No, I don't mute. No.
And that's good.
I want to hear what you guys are talking
And
about.
that's kind of the whole point of a podcast. You don't have to look at us, but you want to hear the content. That's the reason why
that's
we do
what you were saying. But I have to say that the lighting and everything looks really good, and I think that's testimony to Sean's visual.
Yeah,
you guys were talking about that the other day.
No, Sean, this is all stuff that I have learned from doing, past seasons with Sean.
And me bitching about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Complaining.
Right.
We're keeping this one.
Trying to
this one's PG.
Elevate the creative.
I'm trying to
get it more professional.
Yeah, just little increments.
Bringing in your knowledge of what you know.
Teach him things I know. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to DJ with the crap, but it's okay.
Rage Queen said, now a song by Tupac. You're getting requests.
Okay, I'll guarantee you that this next song has at least a few notes that Tupac uses.
Yeah, that right there is from like the Delphonics.
There you go.
Anthony even said close enough.
I can see Tupac making this.
I could see Dre making it, redoing some Christmas beats.
It's only 88 keys, Anthony. It's like a standard keyboard.
It looks gigantic because of the camera angle and how high it's sitting up on a table as.
Oh, well, because it's a wide angle.
Yeah.
Takes things in the center of a frame, and pushes them.
Huge.
It's actually lens skewing. Lens working from the byproduct of a wide angle lens.
Well, usually he's got his piano on a stand. There's just not room for it unless we took the table out. So this song is First Noel? Right?
Yeah.
Trump hand size. Kiss the Rain by Yuruma. So the first Noel, also written the first Noel and the first Noel, is a traditional classic English Christmas carol, most likely from the early modern period, although possibly earlier. What is the early modern period exactly?
That could be 100 years ago.
The early modern period of modern history follows the late Middle Ages of the post-classical era.
Is that like when the dinosaurs were around?
So this song is most likely from the classical era, although possibly earlier. Noel is an early modern English synonym of Christmas. The first Christmas, or the first Noel, is of Cornish origin. Its current form was published in Carols Ancient and Modern, 1823, and Gilbert and Sandys Carols in 1833, both of which were edited by William Sandys and arranged, edited, and with extra lyrics written by Davies Gilbert for hymns and carols of God. Today, usually performed in a 4-part hymn arranged by the English composer John Stainer, first published in his carols New and Old in 1871. Variations of its theme included Victor Haley Hutchinson's Carol Symphony. The melody is unusual among English folk melodies in that it consists of one musical phrase repeated twice, followed by a refrain, which is a variation on the phrase. All three phrases end on the third of the scale. It is thought to be a version of an earlier melody sung in a church gallery setting. A conjectural reconstruction of this earlier version can be found in the New Oxford Book of Carols. The Annunciation to the Shepherds and the Adoration of the Shepherds are episodes in the Nativity of Jesus described in the second chapter of the Gospel of Luke. The Star of Bethlehem appears in the story of the Magi, the wise men, in the Gospel of Matthew. It does not appear in the story of the shepherds.
Exciting.
Rage Queen says, sorry, I don't understand
recognize
English.
that
Please
string.
speak German.
I've used it before.
So, I don't think this is the way Felix Mendelssohn wrote it. Just saying.
Definitely not, but that's okay.
Sets him apart from a lot of piano players.
Anybody want to sing?
He plays the bass line with his left hand and piano progressions with his right. A lot of piano players don't do that. A lot of chord.
The
Herald angels sing, glory to the peace, honor, and mercy, my O God, and sinners reconciled. Joyful all nations rise, join the triumph of the skies.
What'd you discover about that song?
We were waiting for an end chord.
That was it, wasn't
Ding, 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 ding.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Yeah, Hark the Herald Angels Sing is a Christmas carol that first appeared in 1739 in the collection of hymns and sacred poems.
That's an old song, isn't it?
Its lyrics had been written by Charles Wesley. Wesley had requested and received slow and solemn music for his lyrics, not the joyful tune expected today. Moreover, Wesley's original opening couplet is Hark, how all the welkin rings, Glory to the King of Kings. The popular version is the result of alterations by various hands, notably by Wesley's co-worker, George Whitefeld, who changed the opening couplet to the familiar one, and by Felix Mendelssohn, whose melody was used for the lyrics. In 1840, 100 years after the publication of Hymns and Sacred Poems, Mendelssohn composed a cantata to commemorate Johann Gutenberg's invention of movable type printing, and it is music from this cantata adapted by the English musician William H. Cummings to fit the lyrics of Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
I'd just like to throw this in real quick. I just recently heard about multiple type printing, Gutenberg and all that stuff. Apparently that opened the door to a lot of heresy in all different ways and sizes and things.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Freedom of the press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
Hey, thanks for the subscription.
Thank you.
Hey, Rage Queen subscribe. That's big. That's a big deal to us. We don't get very many subscribers.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Wow. I'm borrowing. So I called this thing Better Watch Out. Let's see what happens.
You call this thing Better Watch Out? Rage Queen, you were just added to our host list. Hey, Mom cheered 5. She must be watching ads.
Yes.
I hope everybody's been good. I hope we don't get sued.
Hey, Mom just subbed with a tier 1 subscription. Thanks for the subscription, Mom. Appreciate the support.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, thanks, honey.
Yay. Our first sub that's not a Twitch Prime sub.
Is there a difference, really?
I mean, not to us, but the fact that
Yeah.
she's not using her free subscription, she's actually paying for it.
What does it mean?
We get some monthly monetary kickbacks based on subscribers. So,
Yep. The more subscribers, the
yeah,
more kickback.
yeah.
Good.
We're not
Like,
really.
You could set up tiers where like they could have higher tiers where they pay more, and usually people that do that they get like benefits like merch or whatever.
Zero ads. There's different emoticons that they get access to.
Yeah, you can like have like extra, like all the emoji things that we're putting up there. Like you see those little characters. You can make different ones for different tiers. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we
Kind
haven't.
of like a mini Patreon, essentially.
Yeah. We haven't dug into it too deep into it because we haven't had any tier 2 or tier 3 subs. So we haven't had a reason to worry about it yet. But we'll get there.
I think part of it is like when people see the more subscriptions and more followers, the more likely somebody's to get in. And it's kind of like, oh, I'm a sub because they're already big.
Right.
It must be good. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's kind of part of it. It's a little like there's a lot of people that do that.
But I don't understand why people do that because it's not like
Super common behavior.
it is, but you can't see how many subscriptions somebody has unless they have it posted as a stat with an app or a widget.
Well, but they can see the followers, which is a pretty.
Yeah, followers is definitely.
There's a rough. You can assume the quality of something based on the number of followers and views.
Yeah, absolutely. Followers definitely.
So the same principle applies on YouTube when people subscribe to content. Somebody has a lot of subscribers,
Right.
they grow exponentially faster, not only because they're being shared more, but people are more likely to subscribe to somebody who already has a lot of subscribers. They're like, well, they must have good regular content, so I'll subscribe too. Especially if you watch one of their videos and it's halfway entertaining, you're like, I got some value out of this somehow. I find myself doing that. Like, I go to a channel, I learn about something from them, like I'll often like look up tutorials or whatever. Like, oh, that was good information. I may not dive through the whole channel to figure out how good the rest of their stuff is. Like, oh, I want to see the next video, so I just hit subscribe. And like, I noticed they have a bunch of subscribers. They must have decent content, so cool. So,
Although,
glad that I've unsubscribed from people too.
then we've seen people that have like 20, 30,000 followers on Twitch and they're dancing around in their sports bra.
Well, that's a whole different thing. That's a different.
Hey, Reg Queen, we appreciate the support, man. Thank you so much. And rest well, sweet dreams. Reg Queen's going to bed. It's 1 a.m. in Germany.
I mean, I've offered to dance around my sports bra, but that idea's been nixed.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Nope. Because you'll have a wardrobe malfunction.
Definitely. What a malfunction. Doing it for the subs, man.
Well, and then we'll just get banned because you're not allowed to have any kind of
I'll have
shirtless males.
pasties underneath. We're good. Explore it out.
I always love this song.
It's nice to see
Especially
the
when
chat
it's-
is full of like colors and things.
occur.
What?
I forgot my subscription ran out. I just renewed it.
I was waiting for mine to pop up.
I lost the pedal. Darn it.
Pedal flew away.
It slid away. You see it under there?
Yeah, that's
Don't worry about it. I'll put it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Let's see. What am I trying to do here?
Hey, Dwayne, what up? Mr. D. Johnson. I feel like Pitbull's gonna come us out somewhere. And now Gloria Estefan is gonna join us. Come on, shake your body, baby, do the conga.
do the conga.
Chicky boomy, chicky boomy, chicky boomy, chicky boomy.
Do the conga.
Jam.
Anybody know the words? So he told him, oh, rum dum dum dum.
Rum dum dum dum.
Newborn king for rum bum bum bum. That's the only parts I know. I'll play my drums for him for rum bum bum bum. Right?
I can find him right now.
For a rum bum bum bum. Rum bum bum bum. Watch this now. Rum bum bum bum.
Rum-pa-pa-pum.
Oh, ra-ba-ba-ba. Me and my drum.
Him and his drum.
They told me, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum.
A new king to see, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum.
Our finest gifts we bring, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum.
To lay before the king, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum. Him and his drum.
So to honor him, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum.
When we come,
Yeah, I got this.
Dwayne said, Sean's killing me.
That's the idea. Him and his drum. I missed that one. It's all right.
You want to sing one more chorus? I'll play it straight.
No.
I think there's something by singing.
Go, hey, go.
Mary nodded, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum. The ox and lamb kept time, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum. I played my drum for him, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum.
I played my best for him, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his drum. Him and his drum.
Me and my drum.
Then he smiled at me, ba-rum-bum-bum-bum.
Him and his
Me
drum.
and my drum.
Me and my drum,
Me and my drum.
me and my drum,
Him and his drum.
Me and my drum.
and Sean's drum.
It's not my drum. It's his drum.
Give me my drum back, Sean. You know you're gonna extract the audio from this, and it's gonna be a hit next Christmas.
Beating on that drum.
I think that's all I have, right?
Yeah, that's all that's on your list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne's on his way over.
Oh, is he?
He said he was in chat.
Finally?
Yeah.
I missed that part. Oh, in FunkShop chat.
Yeah. Oh. The other chat.
Dwayne he probably wants to come over so he can sing with you.
Yeah, probably. I'm so sure.
Well, I'll hang out. And I don't know what we'll do. But,
Beat on some drums, clearly.
Well, I was going to try to pull this up and loop it while you were playing that song because it reminds me of that Christmas special with the boy and the donkey.
you're okay to show that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity for some editing right there.
Oh, the goofiest things makes the old man laugh.
I want to know where I can get one of those.
It's funny.
We need to have one of those on set. Dancing donkey.
eBay.
Yeah. Dwayne said, "Uh-oh, some harmony."
Could he hear it in his car?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, he was talking about that yesterday or the other day.
Most guys, like new, modern-ish, have an auxiliary port in their phone, and we can plug a cord up to from our phone to our car stereo.
Or Bluetooth.
You're way outside of my realm of
Like
comprehension.
in my car, I can just connect any one of my devices via Bluetooth to my car. So I can do like GPS through it. I can do anything that's on my phone. I can basically like communicate with the car.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's amazing.
it's a nice feature to have. So I like when I'm out delivering food, I usually have a podcast on of some sort. There's a bunch of different podcasts that I watch. So I make sure my phone's on the charger, and I just connect via Bluetooth, and it turns on and off automatically as I start the car, turn it off. It just does it automatically, so it always leaves off where I left it. It's great. It's nice and convenient.
It's great. This is the first time I've attempted to play something with that.
So, question: pineapple on pizza or ketchup on macaroni and cheese? Which is worse?
They're both delicious.
Worse is ketchup on
ketchup and mac and cheese.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna put ketchup on my mac and cheese on purpose, but like I remember as a kid, like my parents making macaroni and cheese and like fish chip or
Fish
fish
sticks?
Fish fillets, yeah, fish
whatever.
sticks.
And there'd be ketchup and
From
kind
the
of
Gordon's Fisherman.
I mean, I've put it on.
Yeah,
few times, but-
Dwayne said ketchup on macaroni and cheese. Absolutely, it's disgusting.
or ranch.
My littlest brother, Mark, always put ketchup on his macaroni and cheese, and I couldn't even look at it when he was eating it. It was
You know
gross
what's
to
really
me.
kind of gross unless you're drunk is if you're making, say, spaghetti and you realize you don't have any beef to put in your spaghetti sauce.
So you use hot dogs?
No, I was gonna say you put tuna.
Tuna?
Yeah, I don't think I could
gross.
do that.
I wouldn't do that.
But when you're drunk, you don't notice the difference.
Oh, okay.
I've done it.
Well, and I could imagine that, like,
next day
with
was terrible.
the people living in the Mediterranean, in Italy, who I could imagine them doing, actually, that being a thing there.
It wasn't
'cause-
terrible. It was like I ate it the next day, and I was like, I would not choose to do this on purpose, but like
Not us
it's
here.
it's if you're hard up for some protein in your food, like,
and that's
it's
kind of
not
what
terrible.
I'm saying. I mean,
I would
I
much
bet you-
rather eat the tuna out of the can and mix it with red
Oh, yeah,
sauce.
for
Yeah, I
sure.
do too. But
No tuna and,
So if you're
and
trying
red
to get like
sauce.
quick boom bang bang,
But
like,
I bet
Quick
you
boom
could-
bing bang.
I bet
Boom
you
bing
could
bang
find
bang.
a-
Walla walla ding dang.
You could probably find a
Quick
recipe.
boom, quick boom bang.
What is that from?
it might work like with
Ooh
white
ee
sauce.
ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bing bang.
If you got rid of the red sauce and went with
The witch
regular
doctor.
sauce.
I met the witch doctor, and this is
Man,
what
that's
he said.
way before your time.
I remember that.
Didn't you guys used to do that with the hardtops?
I don't think so.
I probably knew it from mom, or KISN probably played it all the
yeah,
time.
Probably. Yeah.
I was a 50s and 60s junkie when I was in junior high.
But I would imagine that in Italy, that might be a thing because they're at the Mediterranean. They eat a lot of seafood.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's really seafood. I guess what is the Mediterranean salt? Is the Mediterranean like a?
I'm not sure from that transfer.
You know, I'm on a seafood diet.
Yeah, you've been on that for a long time.
I see food and I eat it.
But I bet you a white sauce would be maybe pretty good with it.
Tuna
Oh,
with
sure,
white
that
sauce
seems
is
a lot.
good. I love tuna mac. Like,
Yeah, but with noodles on it.
Yeah, noodles. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love
what
tuna mac.
is, yeah.
I'm okay with tuna and white sauce, but tuna and
what's
red
the name of
sauce.
that?
No.
It's not called.
What are you
tuna
laughing at,
mac.
Dwayne?
It's not called tuna mac. It's called tuna something.
Well, you can make a tuna salad, but we make tuna mac. We'll make macaroni and cheese, put tuna in it, and a lot of
tuna
extra cheese.
casserole.
Yeah, but it's still. I mean, tuna casserole. You gotta add other stuff. Like most people add like relish or onion or.
Well, that's
others.
what they do. Oh, you don't like.
We
tuna.
just put tuna and macaroni and cheese, mix it up, throw it in a Pyrex dish, cover it with a bunch of cheese, throw it in the oven. It's tuna mac.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Dwayne. My dad's been picking on me for being fat my entire life. Look at that facial. Just zoom in. Dwayne said, "Pop's got jokes."
But I never said that, man.
Referring to the seafood diet
Oh, well.
comment. I wish I would have zoomed in on your facial expression and just like screen captured that.
I mean, we could do that.
That could have been the thumbnail.
What is a thumbnail?
It's the
A
little
still
picture you
image.
see- yes, the picture you see before you click on the video to watch it. So you see the title, and then just the
Like when I'm not watching Netflix and.
When you're scrolling through YouTube, there's the still shot.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the thumbnail shot.
Okay.
and you can customize that.
The money shot.
Really?
Yeah, you change it to where.
Interesting.
So sometimes it's good, people put clickbait type of content on there and clickbait titles to get people to click on the video.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming the system.
How do you do that?
Change like, for instance, like I'll cut up shots from the podcast and like we'll talk about a certain subject. It's not really technically clickbait, but I'll take like an image that relates to that. Say if it's like a fighter that got tested positive for steroids, I'll get a picture of them like crying or whatever. And I'll use that as the image for the video. And then I'll give it some catchy title like,
Something that people are going to see and want to see more
click
about
on.
it.
And then they'll
It's
watch,
bait.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Okay. I gotcha.
It's like fishing.
Yep. Rail them in.
You guys were talking about that thing that that you can find, I think, on Twitch of Broadway or New York, and it's
ASMR.
black. Yeah, and it's just the sounds of the street sounds.
The specific one that you're referring to is one that Sean runs.
Oh, you use that?
I have no. I mean, like I put out content, ASMR content for sleeping specifically, like relaxation and sleeping, because I know people are gonna turn it on and then it's just gonna play for hours and hours and hours. So that tells YouTube's algorithm, this is valuable content that people want to see. So they're using it to sleep to or relax to.
So your deal then is doing the picking out the New York thing?
I mean, whatever this is a relaxing sound, I'll like take like sound bites or pieces of different sounds and mix them together.
Oh, okay.
And depends on what it is. Like,
just loop it, huh?
Like over a long period of time, like long loops where it doesn't sound like a loop.
Uh-huh.
Or like the sound of the ocean. Some people.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
Or whatever. Sometimes there's videos that are like that, like just a candle flickering with some wind in the background.
I kept hearing.
Hours.
I was laying in bed last week and I kept hearing a tick every like 10 to 15 seconds, and it was making me so angry.
Did you figure out what it was?
After getting up and searching around the whole house and opening the front door and looking outside to see if there was something there, it was water from my shower hitting the fiberglass bench in my
Some
bathroom.
people would find that super relaxing.
Yeah.
If it was more constant, I probably would. But if it's just every once in a while you hear it,
Yeah, it wasn't fast enough.
right?
You just
start
to get into a
start to doze off, and then all of a sudden, tick.
it wakes you
It's
up.
like one of those Mickey Mouse cartoons, and when he gets up and his eyes are all red, and he's got to find out what Pluto's doing.
Like I did the soundtrack for our Halloween. So me and my brother for 4 years we did a haunted house, like a really big haunted house, And this year we didn't do it because he moved, and we got to find a location to do it in. It's a big process. We spent many of thousands of dollars building this haunted house.
Really?
Yeah, it's huge. Like the complex that we build is like the size of a house, or bigger. And it's like you gotta walk through it, like this whole thing where people walk through, and we set up different themes and props, and we have full actors through the whole thing. And
what did you use for the building?
We just built it out of 2x4s. And
you built the building from scratch?
We started in late August. And it took that long to build.
Of course.
And we built like one room that was like 18 feet high, and hung a cage. We had actors up in the cage in this big clown room with like bowls on the floor. So it was like a foot and a half or so of like bowls. You'd go like McDonald's ballroom or whatever. So they had to wade through that with the cage, like the whole thing. Anyway, we had like cameras through the whole thing. We had speakers in different places with soundtracks playing.
You and your brother?
Yeah. So like I had to
hire
like,
other people to come and help you do the building.
a lot of the building we just did ourselves for the most part. And then we had friends who just wanted to go act in it. But yeah, I had to do the whole soundtrack, and that was like a 12-hour loop basically. Like we basically essentially mixed it in surround sound because there was different points through the whole thing that had to play through. So different areas of the building had to have different sounds that associated with stuff. So I had to go find like real Exorcist sounds and like
what is an Exorcist sound?
Oh, it's creepy. I'll tell you what. Like I found some crazy stuff, but yeah, we had like holograms in there and everything. So we had to set up hologram hallways, where like you can see ghosts walking around and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite fun.
Need a ginger ale?
So Mark does that Burning Man thing every year. His brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a burner.
They take a crew out there, and in a week they'll build like a 3-story building.
Yeah.
What did Mark say? There was a couple hundred people in his crew
Yeah.
this year. Mark, who works in IT for the state, he volunteered to do all the food.
All the food.
Can you imagine? And I don't think he's Paul and Mark used to work in a restaurant years and years and years and years and years ago. Maybe it was Daniel. I mean, and all they did was wash dishes and just make $2 extra. Mark does like a cook, but I couldn't imagine. I mean, you have to be a restaurateur for a week to feed 200 people. Keep them healthy.
On a regular basis, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Crazy.
Well, I know I've ran restaurants and owned food carts and yeah, just the whole ins and outs of anything like that. There's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We skipped a few more frames, so I wanted to make sure the tablet wasn't on.
I mean, that's 4 frames for the whole thing. That's not bad.
Okay.
Think of how many frames. So you're filming at 30 frames a second.
Yeah, but normally we don't skip any. I don't understand what's...
Sometimes they'll have it. Depends on...
It's been a long time. Throw it in the garbage.
I deleted a couple of the recordings that were already edited out there on the hard drive.
Okay.
Because as I pull them off and start editing,
They should be cleared up.
like once they're uploaded, then we don't have a server to store all these things.
Right.
So how loud it's been? Because I've had my earphones.
Out here? Yeah. Why?
I just
Mom said Sean needs to get closer to the mic again. Now Mom's she's becoming our audio engineer all over again.
Halfway tempted to bring my mixer in.
You know, I plan on getting, yeah. Anyway.
Just so I can look at the board and see which channel is doing what.
Dwayne said, Sean doesn't like to be heard, LOL.
No, I like to be, never mind.
Seen and not heard?
I was going to say something else, but it was about to come out completely wrong.
Yeah.
I stopped.
And this is the PG episode, so.
I mean, it's not like they don't watch all the time anyway.
Yeah.
They know what I say.
This one is going to be sent to friends and family. And stuff,
all right,
so
I'm toning myself back. So just if you want crazier content, tune in later.
We're keeping this clean. Keeping it clean.
I am not the drummer boy.
But now I can hear the piano really good.
I was saying he, as in his drum, not my drum. Not a drummer boy.
Is that loud enough for you, Mom? Is that loud enough? Now you have to sing this in a girl voice, because I sang a song in a girl voice. It's your turn.
What song is this?
I'll Be Home for Christmas. How do you not know it? I'll be home
I don't listen to Christmas music.
for Christmas.
Last time I actually listened to Christmas music was probably
Can count on me.
in the early 90s, mid 90s, early 90s, late 80s. When I actually listened to Christmas music. But yeah, I need some string or something for this video.
Anthony,
Purpose of
Sean needs some thread.
Anthony's not watching.
Dwayne, Sean needs some thread. Yeah, Dwayne just made a very good point. He said these songs haven't been changed in 50 years. Very true. Sean needs to rap some Christmas music.
Negative, Houston. That will not happen.
Wonder if
Christmas music is not violent.
I don't know, man. Have you ever heard DMX's version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Again, not Christmas music.
DMX's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
I mean, if DMX is doing it, it's not Christmas music. I'm just saying. Hashtag fake Christmas music.
He definitely does Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, bro. I'm gonna find it for you, because I know you're dying to see.
Not really.
No, you are.
Is it like Rudolph the Dead-Nosed Reindeer?
No, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, just DMX's voice.
He actually does it like the actual song. He doesn't change it at all.
He sure does.
Okay, that's probably pretty lame. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer as well. That is true.
That is very true. This is very true.
I feel like somebody's talking to themselves right now.
You know what? The crazy coincidence. You know how, it changes people's name color for chat purposes.
Yeah.
It picked up and made the D Johnson and the D Podcast Experience both the same color in our chat box.
Not on mine.
Look on this. You can see it on the monitor.
On mine is red and blue.
It's both exactly the same. Don't worry about who's talking to. Don't worry about it. Done.
Why do you have a missile on your toe?
Well, I can
or is your
understand.
toe a missile? Does it fire?
Yeah, well,
is it a weapon?
It also says, please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Shouldn't it be presents beneath the tree?
Or under the tree?
Under the tree.
Yeah, presents on the tree is going to be like gift cards. You're limited to pretty much gift cards.
I mean, back in the
Can't put a sweater on that.
Little presents were put in the actual tree itself. That was traditional.
But I mean, what were those presents? I mean, like rocks,
little things,
pine cones.
This was back in the day where people didn't expect a lot for Christmas.
So they got pine cones with ribbon around them.
Before Christmas was overly commercialized.
I mean, it's true.
The D podcast experience said if you broke down some Christmas songs, a lot of them don't make sense, and that's very true. Absolutely true. The D podcast experience.
The D?
The D.
What is that? The D podcast experience?
Well, a lot of places, if you said the D, it stands for something that we shouldn't talk about on this podcast, but in this case, it stands for Dwayne.
Oh. Dwayne.
Dwayne's podcast experience.
Did I come in late in the... I was a little busy.
Oh, we were talking about how some lyrics don't make sense. Like, that in that particular song, it says, please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree.
So I was like...
So Sean's like, you don't put them on the tree, you put them under the tree.
Right. And is the toe a missile? Like, are you taking people out with your toe? I mean...
Dwayne said, this podcast is G-rated, Pops. Yes, he knows. He knows. But Dwayne said that a lot of Christmas songs lyrics don't make sense. Speaking of Christmas songs that don't make sense, we're gonna watch one right now. We're gonna play one right now.
Is it the one you were just talking about?
Merry Christmas from DMX.
This will not make sense. This is a fact.
I know the lyrics.
Would you do us the honors of spitting Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Come on! Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it. Come on! All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, come on, Rudolph, with your nose so bright,
I don't even remember the words
ride
to
my
this.
sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you go down in history forever. You go down in history forever. You go down in history. What?
You
in that book.
I'm so
You wanted the book.
I know the lyrics.
Would you do us the honors of spitting?
Now, do you know how to you know that song, right? Can you play that? Because I'm gonna sing my lyrics.
I might take it. Let's see.
That'll work. Randolph the bull-legged cowboy had a very shiny gun. And if you ever saw it,
I better run.
you would drop your pants and run.
Wait,
All of the other cowboys
I'm not a cowboy.
used to laugh and call him names.
I mean, I've been made
They
fun of.
never let poor Randolph
My name's not Randolph.
join in any cowboy games.
Thank God.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Sheriff came to say, Randolph, with your gun so bright, won't you shoot
didn't
my
spray paint.
wife tonight? Then all the
sounds
cowboys
race-related.
loved him as I shouted out with glee. Randolph the bull-legged cowboy,
Why is he bull-legged?
you'll go down in history.
That's a really weird dude.
Give me one more. Are you going to come in the bridge? You going to come back to us?
Keep going.
Where are you gonna come in at?
Are we going out?
The verse or the bridge? I need to know. It does make
Just-
it.
No, just
keep
keep
going.
going. Just keep going.
Okay.
That's right. We get the
Play
gist of
chords,
it.
but you got to sing something. Sing "Bail Me Out" here.
I was gonna say, do you want to just
Sing
end
the.
it?
Go back to the bridge. You know where the bridge is at?
Yep,
Okay.
I sure do.
Let's see.
And one foggy
Yeah, man.
Christmas Eve, sheriff came to say, Randolph, with your gun so bright, won't you shoot my wife tonight? Then all the cowboys loved him as they shouted out with glee, Randolph, the bull-legged cowboy, you'll go down in history.
Hashtag me too.
You'll go down in history.
Oh, Randolph.
Go down in
History. We went to the same note.
Sure?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Oh, darn.
That's all right.
I wanted to
It's just we think. I was too.
produce a harmony. But,
I was too.
You harmonize the same note.
Mom says,
what?
why does your dad laugh when you say shoot my wife?
I was waiting for that
She
comment.
was listening. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? Children sing. Snow is glistening.
Beautiful
We're happy
sight.
tonight. Everything's alright. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away are the bluebirds. Here to stay is that new bird. Let's sing a song as we go falling along. Walking
I thought you
in
made
a winter
it's your own lyrics, right?
wonderland. No, I'm not all of them.
Oh.
In the meadow we can build a snowman, and we'll call him Parson Brown.
With Zillow, you're notified when there's a new listing.
Shh. Sorry.
What is that?
Another stupid ad. I apologize. We'll clip that out.
He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man." But you know that you can do the job if you're in, since you're in town. And later on, we'll conspire as we sit by the fire. We'll face unafraid all those plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. I'll probably get sued for doing this.
I doubt it. Sued by who?
I don't know.
The Winter Wonderland.
So many people have redone this song, I don't think it's possible. It was written in 1934 by Felix Bernard and Richard Smith. 1934.
In the meadow we can build a snowman.
And you know what? You can sing this song all winter long. It's not a Christmas song.
Something about Parson Brown.
I know the whole. You want the lyrics?
No, well, I knew him, but that's what happens.
There's two different snowman parts that we
Job
build.
if you're in town, and later on will conspire as we sit by the fire. We're face unafraid of plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Thanks for the chair, Deuce. So this has always been one of my favorite Christmas season songs. So I know the lyrics very well.
What song is that?
That Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Oh, you want to do it?
No, you did fine. You build a snowman twice though, and the first time he's Parson Brown who can marry us. The second time he's a circus clown, and we'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the kiddies knock him down.
Oh, wow.
So the kids in the neighborhood are mean.
You sing it.
But this song can be played all winter long. It's not a Christmas song.
Yeah, it's like a...
Play it in February.
As soon as Halloween is over, you start it, and you play it until... Yeah, you don't stop until the end of March.
That's going to be a really long marathon.
Same thing with that song, right?
Could you imagine playing a 4-month-long marathon?
Well, you got to at least sing it so you can do that other bridge. Sing a verse and do the second bridge.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening?
Oh, okay.
You want me to change?
Yeah, we just want to know
go
the
ahead.
tempo.
No, you go ahead and start, and then I'll pick up on the key. Isn't that what I say?
Does that work for you?
Isn't that what I was singing?
I think so.
I think it is.
I think so.
I think so. I didn't expect to sing Christmas music today. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid plans that we've made. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Bridge.
In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kiddies knock him down.
That's really the words, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it snows, ain't a thrilling, though your nose gets a chillin'. We'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
It's a wonderland.
You know, it's not going to be long before this song is going to get pulled from radio stations because people in Alaska are going to be offended because it says we'll frolic and play the Eskimo way.
I'm already offended. See?
You're so offended you're cheering? Yay!
That's my notification for offended.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought to sing "Have Yourself a Very Merry Christmas."
Merry Little Christmas?
Whatever it is.
Have yourself.
Okay, wait. Let me see if this key will work. I hope so, because that's the only key I know.
Sounds like Dwayne.
Yes, it does. I think I know it. Oh, he said it's not.
I don't know if I know it well enough.
Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more.
Let's see what I'm in. Okay.
Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
It just repeats the same thing over and over.
A merry little Christmas now.
Darn shame that I have to turn the page back and forth, back and forth. I should have set it up again. But then I wasn't planning on playing that song either. So I think I should quit.
So I think we should start practicing some Christmas music around April.
Yeah.
April.
I'm serious.
Yeah, really, people start doing that.
Yeah, we should just try to book some Christmas performances. Go do some open mics. It'll be fun.
Did you go to
Joy to the World.
By Three Dog Night?
Newborn Kings.
Oh, that one.
We are the kings. New kings.
We three kings of...
No, the band. We three kings? No, we...
Kings of Leon?
No.
We Three Kings is going through your head because I played it and it's a whole thing.
But there's also a band. I think it's called the
Kings of Leon is the only one that I can think of.
I think it's called the Three Kings.
There probably is a band called the Three Kings.
The band I'm thinking of has a famous YouTuber for their bassist. He had a brain tumor.
Oh.
Fell down. Like
Seriously?
Yeah. There's a big, like this huge crazy backstory, and like, yeah, I gotta find it.
Wow.
Charles Trippy is his name.
Dwayne said there's a movie called Three Kings 2. Oh yeah, with Ice Cube. I remember that movie.
Charles Trippy band. We the Kings is the name of the band.
After my time.
Well, yeah, if he's a famous YouTuber.
He started off as like just a vlogger. He actually holds the world record for the most vlogs, daily consecutive vlogs, and he's still going. It's like, so it's being extended every day. Like it's something like 8 years or 9 years. He's uploaded a video every single day of his life.
Of anything? Whatever he happens to be doing that day?
Yeah. So he like does these things, edits it, uploads it. Yeah. Wow. It's quite the feat, actually. That's hard to do.
Yeah, I can imagine every day for, what'd you say?
I think it's about 8. I think about 8 years at this point. You could double check it.
So I think if when this Twitch Sings thing happens, I want to see if they have an actual playlist that you have to go through, and if we can do some of those songs in our own like cover tune style, since they already have the green light to do them. It would be nice if they were just
true story.
Just pay ASCAP and
hey ASCAP, don't be stupid.
They should be doing that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they should be doing, but realistically, it's probably not happen that way. Yeah, you're peaking really bad.
Peaking.
I've never tried to sing this song sitting down. So it's a completely different dynamic.
Hey.
I know. You know this song, don't you? You can sing it, Sean. It's Maroon 5. Really? Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Okay, I've heard it.
Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in.
I still don't know the words.
Crazy. Living life gets hard to do. And I'd gladly hit the road, pick up and go if I knew.
If I knew.
Someday it will lead me back to you. That someday it will lead me back to you. That may be all I need. In darkness she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me, driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave.
Is that right?
Yep.
It's been a while.
Do-do-do-do, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-boom, ba-da-dum, ba-dum. But things just get so crazy. Living life gets hard to do. And I'd gladly hit the road, pick up and go if I knew. Someday it will lead me back to you. That someday it may lead me back to you. That may be all I need. Darkness she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me, driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. Yeah.
things just get so crazy. Living life gets hard to do. And I'd gladly hit the road, pick up and go if I knew that someday it will lead me back to you. Find a way to bring myself back home to you. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Driving slow on Sunday morning. I forgot a verse.
Oh.
It's been no. We don't need to do that over again. No. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Dwayne needs to sing this one.
I need to find the. I can't remember the patch I use so I can get the drum thing going. I can't remember. Can't even remember what I called it. Did I use? Okay, you guys gonna have to talk about something.
Hey Sean, what are you doing over there?
I'm getting bits.
Oh, watching ads, getting bits. We have been live for 2 hours and 38 minutes and 54 seconds.
Is that enough?
Dan. Oh yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty enough.
Are you taking up your, what do you call it, time?
No, this just means it's going to take a long time to render.
What do you mean render?
You can explain it, Sean.
Oh, go through it and kind of edit it?
Edit it, and then I get, so like I'll take a podcast, I'll chop out parts, like 5, 6, 7 videos, whatever it is, and then all those things have to get rendered as their own files. And like, so 5 files, like the other day it took like 4 or 5 hours to edit, to render out like an hour and a half podcast and 4 other videos.
Yeah.
So you want to knock off for this part of it? Should I pack up?
You don't have to pack up.
Should I hang?
You can if you want. I don't know when Dwayne's going to show up. I have no idea.
He probably fell asleep again.
Probably. Boys and girls, thanks for watching FunkShop TV. Who knows when we're coming back? It might be in a few minutes. It might be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. You're watching FunkShop right here on Twitch. Make sure that you click on the little heart right up there.
I might be back on Thursday if it's okay.
You can come in anytime you want.
Well,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. And Dwayne said, no, I didn't. So
Really?
check out the D podcast if you aren't following him yet. Follow the D Experience podcast. There he is right there. He said he'll be here shortly. So you can probably
hang,
you can hang out.
I just want to say I'll try to get back on Thursday and we'll do some originals.
Okay. I'll be prepared for that.
I hope I will too.
I can prepare my head. So, we'll be back later. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to all of our cheerers today.
Yeah, thank you, folks.
Mom, Sean, Rage Queen. Big ups!
I think there was somebody else, wasn't there?
That's why I need an effect buttons for my mic.
And the
Or pedals.
subscribers.
Big up, big up, big up, big up. Boop, boop, boop.
That's gonna be a good one.
All the Jamaican effects.
And the stay black one.
I didn't realize that was so loud. Okay, we love you. Bye. Oh, Nikes. We got a raid, huh? Good thing I remembered.
Raid. We got a raid.
Who are you gonna raid?
We're gonna raid a music channel this time, since today's.
Oh no!
Since this show is.
I don't think you should do that.
Yes, we should.
Because it'll help us realize just how great our music experience was.
Oh dear.
I enjoy watching other DJs. Oh, look, here's another piano player.
Get it?
The title is Handsome Piano Played by a Man. Bye, Mom. I love you. Raid. And the name is 88-Bit Music. She can call me if she needs the car back. Here we go. Are you in the video?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, I'm not. Yes, I am. Woo. Adios, muchachos. We're going to raid.